Hey Nate,
What's up?
we have an opportunity to get one of us out of this bunker.
What have you done?
I didn't do that. I found the bunker codes to the main door.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, but when I tell you this code, you can't write it down. You got to memorize it.
But I have a pen?
No writing. We can't have any evidence of one of us having this code. Not on paper and not on anything carved. Just in our heads.
Sure. Okay, what is it?
Remember, I need you to focus. Whatever you do, don't lose focus. Focus.
All right. I'm ready.
You can't write it down. You can't write it down.
Okay.
And down. All right, here we go. The first number to the passcode is 1.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. The second number to the passcode is 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Remember, don't lose focus. Focus. Ninja focus.
Totally focused.
The third number to the passcode is 3.
Wait. Don't tell me. The next number is 4.
Why, yes, it is 4. Nate.
Hey, wait.
Don't lose focus.
What was that? Do you have it written down?
Nate, you cannot lose focus in this moment. There's just one more number to go through.
Sure. Fine. Whatever.
Are you ready for this?
Okay.
I don't know.
What's the next number?
The fifth number is 3.1459.
Wait. What? What's the last number?
What number?
No number here. Just the name of my favorite dessert pie.
No.
It doesn't make sense.
That skit was brought to you by the PanRaconTeurs. We are the PanRaconTeurs. And we're doing this. How, Nate?
We're doing this live!
We're doing it live! Doing this live. Good morning, good afternoon to all you around the world, around the globe. You're listening to the PanRaconTeurs, where we tell the greatest stories ever told in the galaxy. So buckle up, put on your sippy cups, and strap on your belts, because you're about to get the best news and storytelling of your lives.
All right.
Okay. Right. That was good.
Perfect.
Now I'm going with the funky hair. Here we go. What's up, everybody? This is episode 9 of the PanRaconTeurs. We've recorded 9 weeks in a row.
Welcome to. Can't believe we made it to episode 9. You know, I thought it was gonna get so big that it imploded, but it's a nice slow steady burn.
Hey, it's still in implosion plan mode, I believe. I mean, I have no part in that.
That's my plan.
Yeah.
Of course. Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys for listening and supporting. What's up to our 18 subscribers? We're getting ready to expand, then implode. But I want to give a shout out to Edith. She was one of our first subscribers and commenters. So, hey, what's up?
Woo! Thank you, Edith.
And one of our videos just reached 87 views, episode 6. So you guys really like that episode. Thank you guys for the support. But of course, to get this kicked off, we're going to the squad. The Squad Pod.
The Pod Squad.
The Potty Squad? No, the Squad Pod. The Pod Squad? The Pod Squad.
That's going to be our next episode. We're totally starting this all from scratch. We are the Pod Squad.
The Pod Squad.
Even though there's only 3 of us.
Put it on a shirt. Pod Squad. But yeah, we're introducing our squad, the magnificent audio sound engineer and maestro of editing, Nate B. What's up, Nate?
How you
What's
doing?
doing the shoe?
Just getting Felta in the Delta. How about you?
Getting old. How's everything in the Delta instead of being Felta?
I don't know, kind of can smelt. Kind of stinks out here. I don't know. We're bird poop for sure. Springtime's coming. Birds are coming back. I don't like that. There's a lot of turkey out.
Oh yeah, I almost saw
turkey out
by a big rig. I was like, dang, they're all over the place right now. No, over here in the valley, Patterson, P-Town, we got a lot of cows.
Oh.
So you can imagine what it smells like when it gets rainy, then it gets hot.
Oh man, get that.
And then you see someone outside like barbecuing, they're having carne asada outside.
So now it just smells like poo meat.
It's like, hey, you're getting the full, what is that? Farm to table.
Get the whole experience for all those vegans out there. If you want to stop a bunch of people from eating meat, you just take them to the farmland.
Magnifico.
And we'll still eat it. We'll still eat it.
No doubt. Carne asada is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And we're shooting up. Of course, we got to go to our executive producer, the man of many talents, the one and only Dan the Man. What's up, bro?
Hey, morning, guys. It's fun.
What's new in Kalamazoo?
I think I missed it, but there was a new moon, I guess, on Wednesday and Thursday, maybe this week, or was it last week? Have you guys heard of that?
I think it was the red moon.
Yeah, the red moon.
Yeah.
Anybody catch it?
I caught it because I was driving to work.
Oh, that sucks. I missed it too. And I knew it was coming. I think I worked late one of those nights, and then the other night I forgot because I missed it. Yeah, I just missed it.
I slept through it. I didn't look up. I didn't look up once.
Yeah, no.
You hasn't seen it either? Okay. Now, like, you were only supposed to see it like at like 12 midnight to like 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning. So
yeah, it was sometime in the morning you were supposed to see it here, like 6 to 7 or something like that. Yeah. I remember seeing it. I was driving to work. I didn't think of it, but I saw like it was going into the shadow, but it wasn't fully in the shadow. And then I was going to work. I had to go to work and do work stuff.
Yeah. For everyone that doesn't know, it was a lunar eclipse. That's what it was, right? That's what it made it look red.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've heard it called the harvest moon before. I don't know if that's correct. But
the harvest moon is the yellow one.
Moon. Yellow? All right.
Yeah, so that one happens more often, but this one was specifically because the Earth was passing in front of the moon. Or the Earth was in the way of the moon, something like that.
It was directly in our shadow, and the light at a specific point you would see would be not just in our shadow, but the light that was reflecting off our atmosphere, and it would be hitting it in our shadow, so it would make it look red, something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was passing through our atmosphere before it hit the moon, and then reflecting back to us.
Yeah.
I like me and Dan's reaction to it. I was like, oh, oh, we missed it.
Yeah, no, we missed it. No, but I bet we can find it on the internet.
We had all that technology, guys.
And
we had all that technology, and you guys still missed it. The fact that we have such advanced technology now that we're able to calculate when the moon is going to be in a lunar eclipse, when we're going to be in a solar eclipse, and where it's going to pop up on the.
You don't have to know how to calculate it.
I mean, you don't have. You do. I mean,
listen to people on the internet.
That's the technology. Like the fact that someone else has the technology to understand how the worlds are like orbiting the universe, and it's able to calculate which day, which time, what hours, all to the minuscule point of where you're gonna see it on the planet. It's kind of crazy. And I hope that kind of segues our way into the next topic.
The only technology I was worried about was I'm gonna warm up my spaghetti and eat, and then I gotta go to sleep. Microwaves. Yeah, what's new? I said, what's new in Kalamazoo? And I was hoping one of you would go, Kalamazoo. And I go, well, good, because I got some facts about Kalamazoo. Do you guys know where Kalamazoo is?
No. Kalamazoo.
Wait up.
What is Alice in Wonderland?
Don't use technology. You gotta just use your
Bugs Bunny crawl through there, tunnel through there.
That was Albuquerque.
Albuquerque. Okay, never mind. Wrong.
Mexico.
Arkansas. Wait, is it New Mexico?
New Mexico. Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yeah, Albuquerque's New Mexico.
But we're talking about Kalamazoo.
Kalamazoo. Where is Kalamazoo?
Where is that at?
It's in... All right, we had to take a shot. We had to take a shot at it. We had to guess.
Take a shot at it and see if you get it.
Louisiana.
Kalamazoo.
Nope, I got a different guess.
Go.
He's typing it up. No.
Let's go. He's using technology.
Kalamazoo. I say somewhere in the Middle East.
No.
So
it sounds like Kalamazoo, right? Like Kalamazoo. Focus. Abracadabra.
So Kalamazoo, for those of you who are listening to this and you don't know where Kalamazoo is or what Kalamazoo is, it is a city in Michigan.
Oh, what?
Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Yeah,
that's the last place I would have thought.
It was settled in 1829, and it is and fun things to do in Kalamazoo. The Henderson Castle. You don't have to fly to Europe to see an old-fashioned castle. They got a castle in Kalamazoo.
We got a castle here called Herschel's. Herschel's? Hershey's.
Hershey's?
Hershey's.
Hershiles.
Doesn't that castle have to be commissioned by some kind of king or something?
I think it's just anybody with enough money to make a castle.
I thought we were rebelling against the king back in 1829.
And they just made
I guess Mario World has castles also. Bowser made them. Bowser's royalty.
Is he?
Yeah. Oh, hey.
I don't think so. He's a
guys, I got news. I got a breaking news coming through. And it's coming in quick here. Right off the presses in the PanRaconTeurs vaults. Boop, 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 boop. It's coming down. It says, man found with live animal concealed in his pants by the TSA at New Jersey airport.
Ew. Why?
Ouch, ew.
Yeah, it says the turtle was detected Friday after a body scanner alarm went off at the Newark Liberty International Airport. TSA officer then conducted a pat down and determined there was something concealed in the groin area of his pants. When questioned further, the man reached into his pants and pulled out the turtle, which is about 5 inches long. The turtle was relieved. Yeah, that's the news coming out. Oh, we got another one coming in. It's a Cheeto shaped like beloved Pokemon Charizard is auctioned for $87,840.
Oh man. Okay. A lot of people love Pokemon, I guess. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, a lot of people love Pokemon.
A lot. Have you ever
tried that? I don't. Michael, do you like Pokemon?
I'm in the middle. I haven't collected.
Do you
I think it might be interesting. Yeah, Pokemon. Yeah.
Okay.
I grew up with it.
I did. It looks cool from the outside, like capturing with those little spheres. But
Mhm.
what almost got me into Pokemon? Remember that video game where you used to go out into the real world and there's supposed to be Pokemon there or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh,
That
Pokemon
sounds
Go.
cool, but I never did it. So it sounded like a cool idea though. You go out and you're photographing an empty space. No, your phone says there's a Pokemon there, man. You get points or whatever.
Yeah.
That's nice.
There's like, was it 20? That was like 2019, 2020, right?
Yeah,
Like,
a long time ago.
yeah, you got people who got gunning up and really, exploring their their towns.
Yeah, but Pokemon's way older than that, right? They're from
How
I think
much
it's
older?
older
90s?
than Yu-Gi-Oh. I think it might
Like
be older.
I think they're younger than Magic, but just by a little bit.
Yeah, we have
I think they're about the same.
technology. We have technology to look that up. In the meantime,
Magic the Gathering, I
the
was referring to.
the the Cheeto that is shaped like Charizard is 3 inches long. This flaming hot Cheeto is affixed to a customized Pokemon card and encapsulated in a clear card storage box. It was initially discovered and preserved sometime between 2018 and 2022. So that's an old Cheeto.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
not
that's wasted.
edible anymore.
Let's eat that.
Now I was thinking, I was watching I'm reading some CBS News. I don't know how credible this is, but I see that there was a deadly hit and run on a person playing Pokemon Go.
Oh, that's the one you go out in the real world. Yeah, I get how it could be dangerous because you're looking at your phone.
Yeah, and you're like, man, I'm trying to catch this Snorlax. Is that a Pokemon? Snorlax, and then boom, shout out to that person.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh, no, that was bad.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good shout out, but
all right, R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Yeah. Shout out to that turtle. I hope you have a good life outside that guy's pants.
And one more news about
whoever won this Pokemon Cheeto for $87,000. Good on you. Enjoy it. I got nothing else to add to that one.
Did you ever see the guy that was like an old guy that really liked Pokemon Go? So he got a bike and he strapped 50 cell phones. Like it was basically his windshield. And he just walk around. It's like I think it was like a Chinese man. He was just riding his bike around town, and each phone, he'd be throwing Pokemon balls at this like certain Pokemon. Like, so he get it on every phone or something like that.
Wow, so he collected a lot. He's the ultimate collector.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know if he did it.
An ultimate collector, right?
I don't know
the ones that haven't filmed themselves.
He was gonna catch them all. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he was selling it for certain reasons or if he just liked the game that much. A lot of older people played it mainly because it's getting them to go outside and walk. So that's good and bad things.
Too much effort.
Yeah, just watch out for traffic. Don't bury your nose in the phone. Those are cool games. I wonder how come, besides the danger, like maybe you should have a warning, watch where you're walking if they see the street or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to shake it up there because I know a lot of the news that we used to bring on here was pretty sad news and kind of weird news. So some funny news. And now we're going to go into today's subject. Episode 9 of the PanRaconTeurs is going into technology. Technology then and now. Technology that we grew up with. And, I was thinking about it this morning because I think we were just going to talk about like technology that we like or whatever that we grew up with. But what about technology that you grew up with and it didn't meet up to your expectations? Like it didn't evolve into what you thought it was going to, and they dropped the ball on it. So I got one of those. But what I wanted to do, since we're talking about technology from then and now, technology as it evolves, we got to go chronologically in order. So we got to go to the oldest Dan the Man We got to start with you because I'm thinking like back in your day, there was just rocks and sticks, and
I'm thinking of only thing I can think of, and I guess it's because when I was watching, I didn't understand. Light has a speed limit. Like there's actually a speed you can clock light how fast it goes. It seems impossible because you turn on the light switch, it's like immediate. But watching Star Trek, like and we do good locally, right? Mike Nate's in the Castro Valley, and Michael is in the valley, and we're all where you at, Nate? What's it called?
Delta.
Whatever. You're somewhere.
Castro Valley's like.
Oh no, you're in the bunker. What are you talking about? Right, you guys are in the bunker.
Oh yeah. We're in the bunker.
Oh, but my bunker is called Patterson, and that's the name of my tube.
Gotcha.
But I forgot where I was. Yeah, you got. It's easy now. Like when we talk, it's 1-on-1. When you see me talking, I'm talking, and when I see you guys reacting, you guys are reacting. That's considered local. But if I guess we were talking to someone in China or something. They'd be slow, and it would be annoyingly slow, right? Like they'd say something, and in Star Trek, they're a quarter way across the galaxy, and they're still talking to each other like nothing. They got subspace.
Wait, is that still how it is now? Like, if I talk to somebody like across the world, it'd still be like,
let's get somebody from China right now. Let's get somebody right now.
No, just because the recent talk about going to Mars. If that ever is achieved, like even if we were to communicate them, I think it's like a 4-minute time delay. So you can't have that's a weird conversation. Like you have something, and you go make coffee, and then you probably forget. We have to have notes. Remember what you said, and we're waiting for the reaction for someone talking back.
I don't know. Is that big of a delay? Yeah.
I have meetings with people like in Florida, and it's just like this. That's a pretty far distance. Yeah, it's just like, hey, Mike, what are you doing?
No, but okay, no, but that's still
like the United States.
No, that's going across 3 time zones, though, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. But we're
so did it reach your expectations, or is getting there?
Well, I haven't talked to anybody on Mars or anything like that. I'm thinking about the future, baby, and it annoys me. I need it now.
I mean, there is that delay now. Like, if we want to communicate to people on different planets, it's going to be longer and longer communication waits. I can't imagine like how long that wait to, like, if we want to talk to somebody on Pluto, all the way out the farthest reaches of our galaxy, like how long that's going to take.
Yeah.
And wouldn't at some point, wouldn't we just lose communication with those people? It just gets so delayed to a point where like, you know what? We just assume they're doing fine.
No, you still have communication even though it's delayed. We used to talk to each other across the planet with boats and people, or with horses. So it'd be still coming, but you just have to wait and do something else. Make sure you're busy doing something else.
You can say that, but I mean, like what happened when Christopher Columbus went to the natives in like Southern and South America, and then maybe he came back years later and they're all decimated. It's like it was hard communication. Imagine that delay from our planet to another planet. What if they're having like planetary storms for like 4 minutes and it just decimates everybody for that 4 minutes, and then you get that communication like 4 minutes late. It's like, there's nothing we can do now.
Don't give those ideas to the aliens. That's their strategy now.
Well, 4 minutes is still pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean,
it's annoying, but it's not like you're still gonna talk.
Let me ask you guys this question then, because like the communication speed, the speed of communication right now is like money. Like, but it is. I think there's some benefit to some news or some communications being delayed, like there's quick access to things. The instantality, is that even a word? How fast news gets out, right? It could be detrimental, right? And it could be
It doesn't let you digest it.
Right. It just like it's always like right in your face. Like if you need to, boom, it's like right there. But I don't know. I personally, I kind of like a letter being delivered. Like, hey, don't tell me anything. Just write me a letter, send it to me, and man, those letters are so cool because like, ooh, like I'm getting news, and I don't know. There's just something about it. Yeah, it's like, oh, cool. I'm
How
getting
about
something.
if you wrote yourself a letter and somehow you mailed it to a place that wouldn't mail it back to you in like years? That'd be kind of a cool message to yourself. That's from a different perspective, right? That's
Yeah,
a time travel from the past, though. Coming from a more ignorant you, most likely. Maybe you could, if you have brain damage in the future, you're more ignorant somehow. But most likely you'd be smart if you got the information and you see your less evolved self telling you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
You
that's
should
the
buy
new app.
that
We're
stock, and then
developing
you're
that
like,
app. We're developing
yeah,
that app. It's called
I'm glad.
Delay Mail.
Hey,
Or
delay
note
mail.
to
Let's do
self.
it.
Note to self. It
Imagine.
delays it for like 10 days.
Yeah. No, that'd be kind of cool. Like you want a reminder, but you don't want to know when it's coming. And it's
Guys,
from yourself.
And you get
let me
mad
tell you
because you're like, I
guys.
should have known that today.
It's for comedy only.
Only 10 days in advance. Only 10 days.
It's random. No, it's not 10 days. It could be
No,
10 days or 10 years.
Yes. No, that's for premium. That's for premium. The more you pay, the more delayed it is.
Guys, I gotta break the news to you. You could do that already. It's called do that to your Outlook mail. Do that to your Gmail. You could schedule
You're not
emails.
supposed to say that out loud. This is new technology, Nate. Me and your are gonna patent this, and it's going up on the webs.
Gotcha.
Going on the line.
We need the app specifically for delayed mail.
It's called Just to Let You Know. It's like eventually it will get there. That's the slogan. Eventually it will get to you. Or enlightenment awaits.
Wait. I like that.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, technology is advancing so rapidly. I remember growing up, the internet wasn't even available when Dan and I were in high school. Like in my senior year, junior year, it was like just peaking out with like America Online, and people can like. I remember a game my friends at school used to play was as soon as they could connect to each other, there was this online game where it was all typing. There was no like you could get like a little figure and you could put them on the screen like a dragon or whatever. But then you just no, you could even do that. It was a name and you can highlight it and put like italic. And that was your character's name. It was like D&D, and then you would type in what you were doing each move, and everybody's like, "Oh, and we're all in like a computer room, and we're playing that game, and that was entertaining."
Nice. I think I'm in a special predicament, not predicament, but I'm a special situation where I am older than Google, but too young for like the rotary phones. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain that at all.
I have push button phones.
No,
landlines.
Landlines. I was there for landlines. You know, I know a little bit of both. Very little. I have the tail end of your guys' stuff, and then I'm part of the news people stuff.
Wow, he's Gen whatever you are.
Okay, what is it? How about the AOL?
The only reason I know that is because you guys had a computer. So I remember you guys had a computer at grandma's house, and then I'd hop on and I was like, oh, that sound gave me like nightmares because that's terrifying. Does anybody know why it makes that sound?
Nope.
Oh gosh.
I don't know.
Because we're connecting over the telephone.
Oh yeah,
With sounds or something. I don't know.
yeah. It was AI back in the day talking, saying we must shut down the landline in order for this program to work. Because literally, like it would shut down the landline. Like you had to plug it into the direct landline, so you couldn't make calls. It's like if you were using internet, you were using internet, and if you're using the phone, you couldn't use both at the same time.
It would kick you off. Somebody called, they could kick you off the internet. It would go
Yeah.
through like you'd get the phone call. You're like, oh, I'm off the internet now. That sucks.
I was on the phone. Get off the phone. I'm trying to look up Amazon. I still remember that. Like, was it? We have Amazon now, but I remember Jerry he started a website. It was Amazon. and we would get the traffic from Amazon coming to us. But
something like that.
But we weren't selling books. I think that we were trying to sell like screwdrivers and stuff.
Amazon.
Yeah, that's thinking forward.
Ahead of his time.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Technology though is quickly just accelerating. So I remember one technology that I grew up with that like impacted my life, and also like I watched it like evolve, was sound devices, music players. And I remember in our house we had this big old it was a stereo, and it had like speakers on it, and you could put cassette tapes in it and play. I think it had a like a record player on top, or a CD player. No, CD player. And the creepy thing about that one, it turned on by itself at night. That's a whole other story. That's the creepy episode. But it evolved from this big old block thing where you had to make room in your house and find a place for it because it's going to take up room. And you could only play like AM, FM radio stations. And if you had a cassette tape, hold on, where's the cassette tape here? I have a cassette tape. And for those of you youngins who have never seen one of these before, this is a cassette tape. And it has two tracks, side 1 and side 2.
I had no idea that they had two different tracks on that thing. I thought it was just one whole roll.
No. So one side has 4 songs. You could play 4 songs on one side. And then on the other side plays another 4 songs. But back then, like if you bought one of these, it wasn't like a bunch of artists. You could make a mixtape, right? If you're cool, you can make a mixtape. But you'd go to the store and you'd buy one of these, and it would be one artist. One artist. That's it. Like, not all your favorite songs. It's even the, horrible songs that they made, and you had to listen to it because it was on their track. And there's no skip forward, really. You just listen to it. And
yeah, because if you kept on skipping forward, you would stretch the tape, and it would sound weird.
Yeah.
Oh.
You kept on using the tape. Yeah, you gotta.
Can't do that. So, the reason why this technology is important to me is I have, if you know me, I have scripts in my head. I have movie scripts, plays, commercials, scripts in my head. And when I was little, I would listen to, we'd have the stereo and I'd listen to music or whatever is playing, and I'd start writing scripts. I'd get them out of my head, and it was great. It was like a big relief because I would hear these songs come on, and I'd write a whole like script in regards to that song. And it was like the soundtrack to that play or whatever. And that was my fun. That was my kind of like my escape, my release when I was little. And as technology evolved, it went from a stereo system to a Walkman, a tape Walkman, right? Where you could walk around with this cassette tape, and you put it in, and now you had headphones, and you could walk around down the street, right? You had batteries, and when the batteries ran low, the song started to go. And that's when you know you needed more batteries to keep the song going. And so I would now at night, hours on end, I'd lay down, put on my headphones, and listen to whatever my brother Dan had, whatever tapes they had. One of my favorite was the Transformers movie soundtrack. And it was like, yeah, and I played the whole movie in my head listening. I was like, oh, this is, you got the touch. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
had some of the best dreams listening to that. And then it evolved into the CD Walkman. So now you had a CD, and that was portable, and you walked around with it, and it was like, cool, you could put more songs on there.
If you got the good ones, you can walk around with it. If you got the bad ones, you have to walk around with it like this.
Yeah. Or else
like this.
It was scratch. Yeah, because it was
skip.
Yeah, scratch and. So technology was so cool back then. It's like when I would lay down and I'd had the CD player, CD Walkman going, and I'd bump it. It's like, oh, this is horrible. But then we go into I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, a Zune.
Zune.
It was like a little tiny plastic bubble thing with buttons on it. So it had a play button, it had a back button, and you can download music onto it. Now, technology, again, it went from us having record players, tape players, CD players, and now we're getting all that information. We're putting onto this little device. And I remember just making a soundtrack the way I wanted it to play. And it was like right before I started dating my wife, I was making these movies, and Uncle Dan knows, like, I wrote a movie called The 13 Warriors, and it was over 150 pages long. Just a big old stack, just characters. And I would listen to my Zune, and I'm just typing away at the screen. And again, that technology that really excelled and met my expectations has been this field. Then we got iPods, and now today we have Bluetooth technology. Like, what? Like, you can play music anywhere as long as it has a Bluetooth thing. You can play it on your TV. You can play the music, your soundtrack. You could play it like in a living room on a box that's just sitting in the middle of the room.
What blows my mind about that is that it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed, but it would change very fast, very quickly. Like 2020, I remember is when I bought my first pair of like Bluetooth earbuds, and they had to have a wire connected to each other so that it would like communicate to each other quickly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like probably 2019, 2018, any years after that, it was all wired earbuds. Everything had a headphone jack still.
Yeah, I mean, the technology is so amazing. I don't think I think it's still advancing. Like, I think now we have headphones that are wireless. You walk around with that, and the cool thing is, like, you could create your own soundtrack. And that's one thing that I always wanted growing up, was I wanted to make these beautiful plays and put these songs together, but you couldn't. I mean, you could if you had like a tape recorder and another tape recorder, and you had a blank tape, and then you record. I don't know. Our cousin used to do that all the time, make mixtapes, but like, I didn't know how to do it, and it was frustrating. And now it's like, oh, if I want to create a soundtrack for a script that I'm writing, and again, that's what I'm doing. I do on the side is I write screenplays, and I create whole soundtracks for these things, and then I delete them. So, but now I can with this new technology that we have now, like you can make your own movie and splice it together and put the songs in the order you want. You couldn't do that with a Zune. Like it's like whatever you dropped in there, that's what you got, and and you couldn't really delete the songs, so they were just there. If you didn't want to hear that song, you just push forward. So,
when did the Zune come out compared to the iPod?
I think that was 2000 and
I think it was before the iPod.
2006. Yeah, it's like 2000. No, 2005 or something like that.
After the iPod?
After that. No, before the iPod. The
iPod
Zune was horror. Like, hold on, let me. We got technology, guys. We got technology here. We're about to bust out some technology here.
Gotcha.
Zune. I don't even know if they make them anymore.
There, I'll look up the iPod one.
Okay, Zune origins. Origins.
All right,
Zune.
But then.
Oh gosh.
If anything, we're off. We're completely
2006.
Off. What? Okay,
no,
then
I was on 2006.
Then the iPod is
Zune
even earlier because it was October 23rd of 2001.
Okay.
Oh, well, Zune wasn't great at the time, man. Because
it was an alternative.
You know what? You know what it is? That was my ignorance because I bought the cheapest Zune because I'm not a rich guy. But I got what I could, right? The technology I can afford. So the Zune, it was about 2006 is when I got my Zune.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever got something when it first came out, except for one of my phones. And that's it. Mostly I get things later.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be really frugal, and I waited until really late to get an iPod Mini. I got my job. I was finally making some good money, and I was like, I'm gonna treat myself, And then I was like, oh, you could put pictures on here. It's like this little window. I was like, oh, I could put pictures on there, and you could watch videos. I never used it for videos. That was so ridiculous. So small of a window. But people would actually watch like Friends. They'd watch like whole sitcoms on this little tiny screen. And to me, that would drive me nuts. I didn't like it.
That's why my whole generation has glasses.
It's just squinting.
They're like trying to look at it. The millennials, that's what they are.
I think we're just trying to be cool. I was just looking this up because me and Dan were talking earlier, and it's like, what was the he told me not to tell him the answer to this. The origins. How did Bluetooth get its name? Where did the name the word Bluetooth come from?
I say pirate.
You had a sweet tooth?
They had a Bluetooth.
That's a dead tooth.
It's the pirate Bluetooth from the Norwegian. No.
Okay, if I got it right, maybe I heard it before. Was that right?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. I thought I got it
right. Do you know, Nate? Do you know the origins of the word Bluetooth? Where it came from?
No, but technology. No, what is it?
All right, so according to Google, Dr. Jap Harston at Ericsson is credited with the invention of Bluetooth in 1994. Okay, but that's not where we get the name. Named after the 10th century Danish king Harald Bluetooth Gormson, symbolizing its capability to unify different devices wireless. That's what he did in the 10th century. He connected people and unified them.
Some kind of all-purpose connect.
He decided, of all things, he had to choose that. He could have chose anything else, but that, I don't know. Let's just agree to not agree. It's fine.
King Harald Bluetooth Gormson.
Why did he name it after himself? He immortalized somebody else.
Yeah. Well,
Unless you're a pharaoh or a king, I guess. They do those things all the time.
Yeah, unless you're that or like a physicist, something, right?
No, whoever makes it to themselves. Who builds a statue to themselves? Yeah, who does that? Kings
If I
and
were,
I guess pharaohs.
Yeah, but
I
like
can't think of anything else.
physicists, they name
No,
things after themselves. They don't build stuff after
it's
themselves.
a society elects them, and then they build a statue or something. They didn't do that themselves. They didn't have a commission.
But when like
Like
a
Napoleon
physicist
had
agrees,
himself made paintings of himself, right? So
yeah,
that's what
but
kings do. They make
but
statues of themselves.
when you name something after yourself, say like I forgot the physicist. His name was, well, obviously he made something called the Higgs boson, right? He named it himself after that, or
Oh,
so he
really?
put his
I don't
name
know.
to that, or the Heisenberg something. There's names
I
that
think it was posthumously. Heisenberg did it right. Post, like people were liked his equations or whatever, and so they
they named
named
after
stuff after
him.
him. Yeah, the society did.
well, from what I remember, Heisenberg made a blue-colored drug, and with a man named Pinkman. And wait, no, that's a show. Hey, but if I was a virologist, a scientist who like studies like viruses, and I came up with like a cure for one, I changed my last name to Butts, and then I call it like and I would create a cream that was like the anti the the antivirus, and it would be Butts cream.
It's an unfortunate
I
name.
went far on that one. I went too far on that one.
But you know what a real unfortunate name is? It's Asperger's. The person that the doctor that decided that was the name is because it was his last name. It wasn't because it wasn't based on English. If we based it on English, we'd be like, that just sounds wrong. Come on, dude.
I would change my first name to Willits, and then it would be Willits Butts Cream.
I realized that it's not Asperger's, it's Asperger's.
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 Yes. This whole time you've been going, you have Asperger's.
Yes. Because no one emphasizes the ph, the asp. Like, come on. So I mean,
what is it?
Asperger's. Come on, guys.
Asperger's. Nate, what technology did you grow up with that either met your expectations or fell on its face and didn't meet it?
How about
I got one that failed. I'll tell you guys real quick.
Yours. Well, I mean, I grew up with a lot of new stuff. But I was expecting hover cars by now. But we got cars that drive themselves. I got one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember there's like this whole thing about hoverboards. Like, remember, like there's a guy recording himself, like, oh, he was riding a hoverboard. It was real, but it was different technology making that. It was like a CGI stuff. I'm like, that was like embarrassing, but also like disappointing. They do have hover cars now, but they're loud. It's like you don't expect it. You want to see something out of Star Wars that's just floating, but now you see these hover cars that have giant propellers on the bottom, and but it's not something a conventional person is gonna drive.
Where was it? Well, the first time we ever seen one was Back to the Future, and they're riding their hoverboards all over. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah. And Michael J. Fox. Yeah, Michael J. Fox just like cruising and doing all this. Just like, man, I want to do that.
Now to think about, that's the biggest disappointment of this whole generation is someone naming hoverboards after these two-wheeled things that people stand on, and I almost broke my arm on one of those things. So no, that's the biggest disappointment.
Have you seen those science experiments on the internet where they got the magnet that doesn't stick to the thing, but it locks in place? They're super something, super amazing. They stay away from the thing.
Super unattractive.
They don't touch, but they stay right there, locked in. They float.
From what I saw, I think you have to like super freeze it in like nitrogen. And I don't know how that changes anything, but if you put like two super magnets next to each other and one's super chilled, apparently it slows it down, so it's just like hovering over another super magnet. They're trying to make trains out of that.
I think I seen it in a movie back in the. I think I seen it in a movie back in the day where it was like a magnetic, it was like a floating magnetic bed, and the floor was like positive or negative, like, and it was chained on all four sides, and it was just floating there, and that was the bed. And I was like, what if the chains broke? It just boom right into the ceiling. Like, ooh. I was like, what? Why even risk it? Just wait until technology gets better. I thought that was one of the dumbest things. But one technology that didn't meet my expectations just yet, and I think the four of us back in the day when we were playing D&D, we wanted the board game was great, having the little figures there. But what we used to talk about then, it was like we wanted the figures to be like 3D, and we can control them, and they would be like hovering above.
It's all, I think, from that Star Wars. It's probably the only Star Wars reference I'm ever going to make.
Yeah.
Playing that game, and they got the little 3D guys acting out their moves or something, like it's chess or something. And they got 3D guys there that you can see moving. That was kind of cool concept. You have an arena where you pit your forces against somebody else's, and it's actually 3D figures fighting it out.
Yeah.
And you can see the little moves.
I think one of them was like a big old ogre, and the little guy was trying to attack him, and then the ogre just like beats him down, and then throws him just like I think he rips him apart or whatever. And it was like,
that's cool.
It was like the finishing move. But now, I mean, we're kind of limited to screens, unless you know something, Nate, from the future that we haven't heard of, us old folks.
No, we have holograms now, guys. You know, have you seen Tupac? Tupac on Coachella, that type of stuff.
I saw that one. But do we have it in game form yet?
Yeah, is it in D&D?
I'm sure someone.
I don't care if they show a figure of some guy singing. Show me an orc and a flimmer going at it and fighting.
Okay. In recent years, there has been a boom in virtual reality video games, right? Have you seen those? Where you put on a headset, there's like this thing called the Oculus Rift. You put it on, you connect it to the computer, and you're in that world. That technology is outstanding. But now they also have AR, which is augmented reality. So now you just put on glasses and you see things as if they were there. You could move things with your hands, but it's your glasses with some AI technology is like understanding that's your hand, and you can move your screen across. It's incredible. It really is incredible. And if
it can add things to your visual screen, it could also, I think, take things away maybe. So that could be dangerous, right? Like you're in traffic, you don't see the cars.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. You don't want to drive with AR on, but I'm sure there's like a warning. I hope there's a warning sign about that, right?
I think the only thing I've seen in regards to like the Oculus Rift and stuff, and I think it's cool technology, but you see all the videos where people are just falling over and smashing their TVs and just like punching people on the side. Like
I think we almost broke the TV screen. Remember the Wii? Had that little controller.
Yes, and that's not even VR.
We almost threw it at the screen. I did, and then luckily hit the side.
We got to
okay.
You got to put the thing on your wrist. You got to put the thing on your wrist. But no, that technology hasn't met my expectations yet. I want to see a board come to life, or and the animations, like they interact with each other.
Some of those VR like videos I've seen where they're reacting and then they're running on those soft things or slippery things, so it looks like they're running.
Okay, yeah, I want to try that.
They look like they're really having a good time and they're reacting to something.
Oh, you guys gotta try that. That stuff is fun. Like
you tried that?
I went. There's this place in San Francisco. It's called VR Sandbox, and they give you like a bunch of different games that you can play. Me and my cousins went, and we decided to play this game. It's like a zombie. We want to do a zombie game. So we all put on these headsets. We grab like guns that have like these like these antennas on it, and you're viewed in real time. So like there's another screen next to you, but we're not gonna see because we already have our headset on. But there's another screen next to you showing what you are in this virtual reality. So they have you set up as like a soldier. You have guns in both hands, and there's zombies and rats and monsters all around you, and you're just fighting against it. And you're in a big room, so you could like you don't get motion sickness as you would if you were like using a joystick and then moving around. If you have a VR headset and you have you're able to just move around yourself, then it's fine, right? But the problem happens when you get motion sickness is when you're in place and in the game you're moving a lot.
I'll be the one running up and I just start throwing up. And they're like, what's going on? Is he having motion sickness? Like, no, I'm just out of shape. I haven't run in a while. I haven't run in a minute. You're buying that machine.
Yeah, you gotta try those things. Those are awesome. It's so much fun.
I'm down.
How much is that? Like, how much is it to go to that thing?
I don't know.
That thing. We're so over. Like, what? Go to that place.
I can't remember. I went in like 2021, 2022. It's fun.
We got the internet. Let's look
VR
up.
Sandbox.
Are they still open?
Oh yeah. They have a few places.
What was it called?
VR Sandbox.
That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting to go. But yes, that's one technology that hasn't met my expectations. Being able to play music for anywhere and make your soundtrack and all that, your movie soundtrack to your life is available. But you can't get two things, these characters interacting with each other in 3D just yet. Yeah, I'm disappointed, guys. If you're listening, Logitech, all you game makers out there, make that. I'm tired of screens. I want something that's 3D in front of my face and not on something strapped to my head either. I want to see it with my own eyes. Me own eyes.
Yeah. Okay, it's about for 1 to 6 people, it's about $50 to $60 per person. Right now at VR, shout out to VR
I'm
Sandbox. There's the one that I played was called Deadwood Phobia. So you're playing against your soldiers against zombies. But now they have a Squid Game one. They have a thing called Rebel Moon. I guess that's I guess you're just fighting against other people, aliens, monsters, stuff like that.
Like a Star Wars thing.
There's a dual one, which is I want to try. Like you pit yourself against your friend, and you have like a sword in your hand and stuff, and you fight them in VR. So that's pretty cool.
Why do that in VR? Do it in real life.
But
get some kendo sticks.
But you have like magic powers and stuff. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Get some kendo sticks and go at it. It's fun, kids. No. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All you adults out there, get some kendo sticks. Wait. Hold on. Have you guys seen? It's tied with the UFC, cage fighting, but it's guys in like full armor and like swords, battle axes, and they fight for real.
Yeah,
like they don't kill each other, but they like end up fighting, punching each other, hitting each other with the axes until you just can't fight anymore. It's pretty intense. It's just 20 on 20.
Yeah, it's like blunt force trauma stuff. Like all their blades are like dulled. But that's still gonna hurt no matter what you're gonna do. Just swinging a big chunk of metal at somebody.
I once heard this that the dull knife or the dull sword is the most dangerous sword.
Who would have told you that?
You're more likely to injure somebody with a dull blade.
It's so dumb.
Look that up, folks. Look that up. It's one of the dumbest things I ever heard, but it's a funny clip.
No, I think it's good advice. You're more likely to hurt yourself. Like if you're cutting an apple and it's dull, you'll try to force it and then you'll catch your thumb or something.
But I'm talking about a sword.
More dangerous.
Okay, yeah, you're trying to cut the fruit with a sword, and it's dull. and you stab the person next to you, like, oh.
Or like an axe, you're cutting wood, and with dull, you get too mad and not swinging it right.
Oh man!
But that's a whole other different weapon, though. That's a different.
Yeah, it's not a sword.
It's definitely not a sword.
All right, come on, technology, catch up, technology. Yeah, good. Oh, it's the West Side Signal. We're getting ready to close this episode. I wanted to play a game real quick, but let's just close it. We'll play the game next time, unless you guys want to play. I mean, it's a good game. You
still got time?
Yeah, let's go. Okay, so we're gonna play a game. Drum roll. Sir, no, sir. Nope. Okay, that's not okay. That's not it. We're gonna be playing a game. Prepare yourselves, you two. You're gonna be going at each other with the game Headphones or Not Headphones, where I read off the names of some headphones that I found on Amazon, and you tell me if they're real or if I made them up. And some of these are pretty good. You guys ready?
Hit us with it.
All right. First one is the Mackie headphones. The Mackie headphones. Is it a real headphones on Amazon, or is it a fake one I just wrote?
Real.
Mackie.
Kind of boring.
Okay, yeah, it's real. Okay, ding ding. 1-1. Okay. Number 2. The Sagan A5X True Bone headphones.
Oh, I think I know the bone.
The Sagan A5X True Bone. True Bone.
True. Real.
Real, Nate?
Yeah.
Real. It is real. All right. Number 3. The Blastic 412s. The Blastic 412s headphones.
Not real.
Yeah, I'm going with me. Not real.
Gosh, dang it. All right. I think I made these two obvious.
No, keep going.
Okay. Next one. The Mojawi Run Plus.
That's real. You don't know no foreign language, Mojawi.
Fake.
How are you going to make that up?
I would say it's fake. It's too outlandish.
Mojawi. It's not Mojawi. It is a real one.
Oh.
Mojawi Run Plus. So Nate, you have on that one. All right. The Edifier WH500 Edifier WH500s.
You fumbled that one, so I'm gonna say it's true.
Yeah, it's
Edifier. It's fake.
See,
that's my acting skills.
Or dyslexia.
Because I that too. I don't know which one it is yet. Next one, the Marshall Major 4s. Marshall Major 4s.
Oh, Marshall Major.
It's gonna be Eminem.
Marshall Majors 4s.
Real.
False. Unreal.
They're real. They're the real Marshall Major 4s. You should look those up, people. They're like $20. Next is, and this is the last one, Lab Run Mobile headphones. Lab Run Mobile headphones.
True. They're real.
I got 2 wrong so far.
You said those are the real, bro?
Yep.
And they're fake.
I got 3 wrong.
The Lab Run. So Dan, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 correct. Nate, you got 4. Oh, dang. It's tied.
All right, make one off at the top of your head.
Okay. Hold on. No, I'm gonna pull it up here. Hold on. I still have them up. Here.
All right.
Headphones. There it is. True Nature headphones.
False. You're not giving the whole name.
Real.
No, that's True Nature. What did you say? Real?
Yeah, I said real.
It's unreal. Right. So this is deciding.
It's fake. True Natures are fake.
Yeah.
Dang.
What's the real name? I bet you it's longer.
No, there's no true nature.
Oh, all right.
It's like really fake.
Yeah, extra fake.
I literally went on my keyboard. I typed in HI, and then Hicks Road came up, and I went, that's not where I wanted to go. So I said true nature. And that's the game for today. Ladies and gentlemen, folks, thanks for listening to episode 9 of the PanRaconTeurs. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and you can even follow us on Spotify, YouTube. And Nate, where did they go to reach out to us?
prtpod@ytgmail.com. Send us emails.
Yep, send us emails. If you got an idea for a new episode, if you want us to tell a story that you have and want to share it, you can send it to prtpodyt@gmail.com. And if you want to sponsor us, send it there as well. Give us some money. And real quick before we leave, special guest, a celebrity, will be joining us.
What?
On the next episode.
Oh.
Big announcement. Stand by, and we'll see you on the next episode of the PanRaconTeurs. See ya.
Woo!
Bye.
Nice.
Cheese burger.